All right, let's just jump right in because something huge, a really seismic shift is happening inside one of the biggest tech companies on the planet. And it could redefine the future of AI for every single one of us.
And here it is, the big headline. One of the most prestigious, most, influential AI research labs in the world is, for all intents and purposes, being sidelined. We're talking about the group that built some of the actual foundational building blocks of the AI you use every single day.
And the craziest part, the twist, this is all going down inside Meta. So you got to ask, right? Why on earth would they do this? And maybe more importantly, what does this mean for the rest of us? Let's get into it.
So to really get what's being lost here, we first have to talk about the lab that's at the center of this whole story, FAIR.
FAIR, that stands for Facebook AI Research, was founded by a giant in the field, Yann LeCun. And its whole philosophy, its whole mission, wasn't about building secret lockdown products. No, it was all about pushing the science forward right out in the open for anyone and everyone. They published their papers, they released their code, they built tools for the whole community.
And just look at their track record. I mean, it is unbelievable. We're talking about PyTorch, which was basically the foundational framework. It's like the engine in a car for so many AI developers. Then there's Roberta, a language model that really helped kickstart the whole open source community on places like Hugging Face. They did groundbreaking work in speech recognition with Wave2Vec. And of course, Llama, the series of models that proved without a doubt that open source could go toe-to-toe with the big guys.
And it wasn't just, one thing. They were pushing the envelope everywhere. In how AI understands language, how it sees and makes sense of the world, and even how it can learn all by itself, a concept we call self-supervised learning. They were just true pioneers across the board.
And it gets better. They didn't just build these flashy models. No, they built the plumbing of the AI world, the really essential stuff. Things like FAS, this incredible tool that lets developers search through just massive amounts of data at lightning speed. And the most important part? They gave these amazing tools away with really permissive licenses, which just lit a fire under innovation everywhere.
Okay, so if you have a lab that's this successful, this important, and so dedicated to open science, why would Meta just flip the script? Well, it turns out the company has a new, single-minded obsession.
Meta is going all in on AGI. That's Artificial General Intelligence. They've spun up a brand new superintelligence lab, and its mission is totally laser-focused on one thing and one thing only: cracking the code to build human-level, maybe even superhuman intelligence.
And believe me, they are not messing around. To get this new lab off the ground, they've been poaching the best of the best from rivals like OpenAI, and they're reportedly throwing salaries around that are north of $10 million. This isn't just an investment, you guys. This is a full-on declaration of a talent war.
So what you have now is this fundamental conflict brewing inside Meta. You've got FAIR on one side, led by Yann LeCun, all about open, foundational science. And then on the other side, you have this new lab, a total moonshot project, chasing AGI, where that open, collaborative spirit that made FAIR so special, it's pretty much nowhere to be found.
And here, right here, is the absolute heart of the disagreement. Yann LeCun himself has said over and over that he just doesn't believe that large language models, LLMs, are the path to AGI. So think about that for a second. Meta's huge, new, grand strategy is built on a premise that its very own chief AI scientist fundamentally, publicly disagrees with. Wow.
Now, this internal clash, this isn't just some academic debate. It's having real, immediate consequences for the very team that started it all.
And the fallout has been fast and, frankly, pretty brutal. Jobs are being cut at FAIR, the budgets, and maybe most critically, the compute power you need for this kind of research, it's being diverted to the new AGI lab. We're already hearing rumors that future Llama models won't be as open as they used to be. And get this, we never even saw the most powerful versions of Llama 4 that they promised us. They've been kept locked away behind closed doors.
Which leaves this one giant, looming question. What's going to happen to Yann LeCun? As of right now, he's been completely silent about these changes. Is he going to stay on while his life's work gets folded into a philosophy he doesn't even believe in? Or is this the end of the road for him at Meta?
But the implications here go so much further than just the walls of Meta. This could send a massive shockwave across the entire open source AI world.
Look, for years, FAIR has been one of the main pillars holding up the open source community. If Meta really does pivot to a more closed-off proprietary model, it's going to leave a huge vacuum. And that means fewer free, state-of-the-art tools for startups, for independent researchers, for developers all over the world. It could seriously slow down innovation for everybody who isn't one of the big tech giants.
And this could trigger a pretty big global shift, too. As major US tech companies like Meta seem to be backing away from their open source commitments, we're seeing Chinese tech companies just rushing in to fill that space. They're releasing their own powerful open models and are making a serious play for leadership.
So we're left with this really critical question. Was this amazing era of Llama and PyTorch and all these incredible open contributions from FAIR, was that just a chapter that's now closing? Or will Meta figure out a way to chase AGI and still support the open community that it helped create? Because right now, from the outside looking in, it really feels like one of the most important forces for OpenAI is starting to fade away.